What is up everyone, Nordset here, content creator for Neverwinter for over 7 years, and this is continuation of my previous video, or an update if you wish, about future of Neverwinter. Now we got some news from the Embracer group and also about the layoffs, but let's start from the beginning for those who are not familiar with this. So we are on a PC Gamer and this is the post from November 3rd. Cryptic has confirmed that difficult personnel changes have been made as part of Embracer's restructuring. Cryptic Studios, developer of the Star Trek Online and Neverwinter MMOs, has become the latest studio to lay off employees. The studios has confirmed that difficult personnel changes have made as a result of parent company Embracer Group, and they are the reason for all of this happening. Ongoing restructuring. Word of possible layoffs first came to light in October when Twitter user Bogorod via Massively Op noticed that multiple Cryptic employees had changed their LinkedIn profiles to indicate they were looking for work. Now I'm gonna jump over here and just continue. Whatever the situation was in October, it's now confirmed that layoffs have occurred. As part of Embracer's group comprehensive restructuring program, Cryptic Studios will now operate under DECA Games, and I will get to DECA Games in a second. Now, like I said, DECA Games is a games as a service publisher that operates as a part of Embracer Group, focusing primarily on mobile games. It's not known how many Cryptic employees has been put off work, but Fatum said on Twitter that it is a difficult time for Cryptic team right now, and it was. He also let slip some understandable frustration with Star Trek Online players who wanted reassurance in the form of the new ship teases. And you can see here the post or Twitter by Ambassador Kael, now K182. I'm depressed over the layoffs, but that Spencer B is right that we need you guys to drop the never speak about the future and give us some details because people are nervous. Something as simple teasing ships that are 100% set in stone would be enough to get people hype. I highly disagree with this. I think this should be not never speak about the future, because we have people who lost their jobs, have moved to other projects, and those projects have actually been terminated, meaning they lost their jobs. They cannot feed their families, their kids, and I disagree with this. Ambassador Kael, okay, taking off my official hat for a moment, this is the second or third time today, on a day where people have lost their jobs, you've asked us to make you feel better by teasing some ships. I know you care a lot about STO, but maybe give us a minute. If we look closer, this is quite emotional response from Ambassador Kael. Maybe give us a minute. Now we're going to move on to the mmorpg, and this is updated yesterday, November 16. Embracer Group released its latest financial report, which included updates on how their restructuring is going so far. With debt down to about $1.4 billion, there's still more to go even after laying off confirmed 904 people so far, as I said, and it's in the title. This, of course, is one of the reasons that Embracer Group has been on aggressive restructuring, and they are, and cost-cutting move for months now. Those 904 people and several shuttered and reassigned studios later were the cost of these savings. However, the total job losses for the year so far will be higher, since layoffs like companies like Cryptic Studios, Zen Studios, and DECA Games came after the close. So they have several phases. The first phase were more or less cutting jobs and companies under their portfolio. The second phase will likely include some more of that, but the main focus is on projects in development across its vast holdings. In addition to seeking more external funding for development, they've also canned 15 games. In total, 15 mainly unannounced projects were written down across Amplifier, Free Mode, Gearbox, PlayOn, Saber, and THQ Nordic, the report notes. The company's report claims that they expect to reach their goal to have their debt down to $8 billion, which is about $757 million US dollars. So there is still much cutting and course changing left. Backing up to November 3rd, Cryptic confirms layoffs, claiming Star Trek Online and Neverwinter aren't affected, which is obviously not true, but let's go over this because there's a lot of things that are actually repeating from the PC Gamer. As of this morning, we've learned that multiple people from Cryptic teams have indeed been laid off, including artists Iron Richards, Joe Jing, Bill Yates, as well as Q&A Christopher Andre. And yeah, some of these were lead/principal roles, and at least one was still working on Star Trek Online. Now, narrative director Winter Mullenix was also let go, suggesting that the layoffs impacted in-production titles as well as the art team, which likely means that whatever unannounced game Cryptic was working on has been canned. Mullenix refers to the layoffs as a reduction in workforce. We have a tweet here from Winter Mullenix, narrative director at Cryptic Studios, and you can read this. Today marks the end of my tenure as narrative director for Cryptic Studios due to a reduction in workforce, and you can read it for yourselves. Players have also asked on Twitter for an official statement. Ambassador Kyle replied to one saying, quote, "It's a difficult time for the Cryptic team right now." It was. It and still is. I want you to know that our free-to-play games are not affected by these recent changes. We are always thankful for how you rally around us, and we're still here for you. That is from Ambassador Kyle. Of course, it's hard to see how losing our staff won't have an impact, particularly given the monetization style of Cryptic Styles. Well, I can't argue with that. Moving forward to the Embracer, and now this is from yesterday, 16 November. Embracer has written down 15 projects, says further studio closures and buyouts planned, so it is far from over. The company says it's making good progress, quote unquote, on restructuring plan. The company announced in June that it was implementing that, and it was since then that they shut studios like Saint Rose, Campfire, Cabal, while others have reportedly been put up for sale, such as Borderlands maker Gearbox, that Cryptic is subsidiary, or it was, because it's going on DECA Live, and I will get to DECA. Muge Bullion, the chief financial officer at Embracer board game company as Asmodee, who is also serving as a finance workstream lead on the group's restructuring project, said over half of the staff that left were developers. She also confirmed that, quote, 50 mainly unannounced projects has been written down across Amplifier, Free Mode, Gearbox, Saber Interactive, and THQ Nordic. The reduction was primarily driven by internal headcount, which was down by 713, and this comprised 511 developers and 202 non-developer roles. While Bullion didn't comment on specific studios, she confirmed that further closures and layoffs are planned. This is far from over, as I said. Quote, "Since the end of Q2, in respect of due process of commercial sensitivity, we will not comment on the specific, but further restructuring, closures, buyouts are in the process, and that will lead to additional headcount reductions." Indeed, Embracer did confirm that they laid off over 900 employees in the second quarter, and they will move on, and we will see what happens. The future is still uncertain, but we got some glimpse, and I wanted to update this with you. Now, about the DECA Games. They have been put, or Cryptic Studios has been put as a subsidiary under DECA Games. Now, why would they do that? Basically, these are all mobile games, and I'm like semi-optimistic, carefully semi-optimistic about this, because this means the game will move on. If you look at this picture, for example, here is DECA, flexible development, 5-year-old spaghetti code base with no documentation. It's all good. We worked on projects making millions a month with infrastructure held together with duct tape. We've seen it all and know how to prevent issues and respond to all situations. Brave, bold. We tame the chaos to ensure there are regular content updates, bug fixes, and balancing changes. Well, we will see about that. I am highly skeptical about this. Now about the DECA Games, who we are, games as a service. They are indie publishers. DECA Games is an indie publisher completely focused on live operations and games as a service. We take over and reinvigorate games as they age or when their original developer can no longer support them. So let's see how that's gonna go when they go into the spaghetti code of Neverwinter. How they're gonna unravel that. Now, I have few theories about DECA Games and why they have been placed, and why Cryptic has been placed like a subsidiary under DECA Games. Well, simply put, they would not just put them there and close the game. So I don't believe the Neverwinter is shutting down or anything like that in the near future. They do not want to lose the IP. That's one. Also, this could be a pit stop until some other company comes and pick up Neverwinter and Star Trek Online and basically Cryptic Studios, and that would be a good thing, because some more serious, powerful company could reinvigorate Neverwinter, but that is only a theory that I was brainstorming through. To wrap it up, Embracer, in the end, can do or make a move and shut down even DECA, just shut down everything, all the subsidiaries, meaning Cryptic Studios. They are megacorp, you have to understand that, and they are not to be trusted. I don't trust megacorps, and that's it. This is actually kind of a good news, but I'm highly skeptic and semi-positive because I don't know what's going to happen, and as I get more information, as I promised in my previous videos, I will keep you updated. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you for watching. This was Northside, and again, shout out and all the best for people from Cryptic Studios and all game studios that are suffering from this by megacorps. Northside is out. Stay safe. Much love.